Hi friends, and welcome back to the Decor YouTube channel. I'm Emma, your guide through all things home design, cozy interiors, and creative decorating inspiration. Here, we believe that your home should feel like a soft hug at the end of the day, warm, comforting, and filled with pieces that tell your story. It started on a misty Saturday morning at a flea market tucked away, behind an old barn, on the outskirts of town. The scent of damp earth mixed with the soft rustle of canvas tents, as I strolled past stalls, filled with forgotten memories. Back at home, the picture led to a quiet transformation. Inspired by its patina and weathered elegance, I started building vignettes around it. A wooden crate turned sideways became a makeshift shelf, perfect for displaying old mason jars and inherited teacups. One of my favorite transformations involved a battered wooden ladder I found leaning against a salvage shop wall. Its rungs were worn smooth, the wood silvery with time. I brought it home, unsure what it would become. And then in my guest room, I leaned it gently against a white shiplap wall and draped quilts across each step. The effect was instant. That ladder wasn't just decor. It was a frame for memories. Each quilt, some handed down and others thrifted, added layers of softness. The ladder became a symbol of how simple, rustic pieces can bring warmth and storytelling into a room without overwhelming it. Another time, a rusted metal milk jug from the 1930s called to me from under a pile of forgotten farm tools. It was dented rough, but undeniably beautiful. After a gentle cleaning, I nestled it beside my front porch rocker and filled it with dried eucalyptus and wheat stalks. Every guest who visits now pauses to ask about it, and I get to tell them a story, not just about where I found it, but about how these little elements, these pieces of someone else's yesterday, can become anchors in our homes today. They soften the hard edges and remind us to slow down, to notice the beauty in the worn and weathered. In my living room, I've collected old books with cracked spines and handwritten notes in the margins. Some were found at estate sales. Others came from thrift stores where their covers had long lost their gloss. But they sit proudly now on an antique console table, stacked, some open to reveal their age, others tied with twine. Next to them, a tarnished brass candlestick flickers gently, adding that lived-in glow. It's not about perfection. It's about building layers, textures, tones, memories. It's about welcoming history into your home, without it feeling like a museum. The vintage farmhouse style lets you breathe within your space, rather than feel like you're preserving it. One of the most surprising finds I ever brought home was an old wire egg basket. Bent out of shape, barely holding together, it was just $3. I cleaned it gently and used it in my bathroom to hold rolled hand towels. And just like that, what was once a forgotten kitchen item became a functional, beautiful accent piece. That's the beauty of this journey. It teaches you to see beyond an object's intended purpose. You start noticing how an old drawer can become a planter, or how a vintage mirror frame can be turned into a romantic photo display. The potential in these items is limitless. As I slowly shifted my home toward this vintage farmhouse-inspired style, I found myself becoming more intentional. I stopped buying trendy decor that would be outdated in a season. Instead, I started looking for pieces that had staying power, items with soul. I found that the slow approach, thrifting, salvaging, repurposing, made my home feel more like me. It wasn't just decorated, it was curated. And that's a word I want to leave you with: curated. Not in a pretentious way, but in the quiet, mindful way of gathering pieces that speak to you, that comfort you, that carry a little bit of the past with them. It's not really about the antiques, is it? It's about the feeling they create. That picture on your table, the ladder holding soft quilts, the egg basket by the sink. These things make your house feel like a home. A place where time slows, where stories live in every corner, and where beauty is found in the imperfect. Farmhouse and vintage style aren't just aesthetics, they're an invitation. An invitation to reconnect with simplicity, to honor the past, and to embrace a more grounded, cozy way of living. So my dear friends, if you're sitting there wondering where to start, just remember, you don't need to do it all at once. Begin with one thrifted piece that makes your heart flutter.